And I need to remember to add the pound of sugar. What we are doing today is making a Saison style beer for a Bryon Adams experiment. He is having everyone make the same recipe but use a different yeast strain of their own choice. Some people are going to use funkier ones, wilder ones. I think some people probably use more traditional Saison strains. I'm using a imperial yeast strain, which I will have to go see what the exact number is, but it is the one that is previously known as Brett Trois, where we thought it was a Brett yeast, but it's actually a regular sack yeast that has Brett characters. And I'm gonna pitch that. The recipe, I believe, is a Drew Beecham recipe. Pretty simple. 8 pounds pills, half pound flaked oats, 1 pound of sugar. The hops are nominal. I have an older hop here, Horizon. I'm gonna use some of that. Shooting gravity, estimated target gravity is in the upper 1040s. So we're gonna boil it down and cool it down and see what we get. This is the one in question. I was actually gonna say citrus, but I wasn't 100% sure. That is the one that I am going to use. I'm not going to make a starter. There should be plenty of yeast in here. Plus, if Brett is stressed at all, it might throw off more character. But I know this isn't a Brett strain, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of yeast for a moderate gravity beer. It's kind of hard to see, but I think it's about 1047, 48. I'll get a exact reading, and that is exactly what I was to aim for, so that's good. And I got 5 gallons, so I aerated the wort and dumped in the yeast. No starter. It's about 70 degrees, so see what happens.
It's on the news, ain't it? Shit has its perks too, ain't it? Shooting videos in the Louvre, ain't it?
Alright, giving this new record a bit of a listen. And racking the Saison that I am doing for a Bryon Adams Saison experiment. I'm using that yeast that you saw earlier, the one that is the Brett, used to be Bruxellensis Trois, something like that. It is, oh, I already drank the sample. It's 1.002. It looks nice. It's not clear, but it's, you know, has a decent enough look to it. Here's the what I got remaining here. It definitely would be a benefit from clearing up a little bit, which hopefully it will, but it's June 28th. I have to have it ready by mid-August, so could probably have maybe like 3 weeks in the secondary, just try to clarify a little bit, and I do want to give it a good like 3 weeks at least in the bottle. We'll see how it turns out. So this Saison for Bryon Adams was brewed on June 9th. It is July 15th. And I have bottled this whole thing. It was the citrus strain from Imperial yeast. And the bloody thing is all bottled. It was a wonderful project. As you all know, if you ever bottle a whole batch, I did about half in regular bottles and half in the crown cork rather. And the crazy thing got down to about 0 is what I'm calling it. Let's see if we can get a focus in. That's my favorite drug, Simpsons. Yeah, it's about 0. So let's give it a taste. I think it was, I don't remember what it was when I racked it into secondary. It was basically about 0. I don't have my records updated on the website just yet, but let's see how she's tasting. You know, I'm kind of gonna go with it's not bad and it's not great. I mean, it's a flat beer, hydrometer sample. What can you do with that? I mean, I'm kidding. It's good. I like it. It's got a little bit of a light farmhouse flavor, a little bit of a funk. It's not really that weird. It does have it's not like a blonde ale that's like a really clean, straightforward kind of ale. It does have a little bit of extra flavor going on. But at this point, I think we're gonna have to wait till it gets bottle conditioned, carbonated, and we'll see how it comes out. But man, that thing attenuated like crazy. I mean, that's a really low final gravity for just a sack yeast. I mean, it's not even actually a Brett yeast, and it got down to 0. So we'll see how it goes. So far, so good. We'll check in when it gets carbonated. All right.
Hanging out with tub of
I think we have just enough light. Let's see if this is one of my spritzier ones. Ooh, it ain't too spritzily ditzily. Do you want to bring yours over
in the
here?
Garage. There's a table in the garage.
She is spritzy that way though.
Whoa, look
Seriously,
at that.
if you want though, I mean the table's in there. It's not like
I'd rather just knock this out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
It's like champagne.
Champagne of beers.
That's funny. It like it
Champagne.
didn't. So
That's
this
the high
is
life, the real.
this is the one that sometimes does foam over. Damn. But when you drink it, it's not that carbonated. So WTF? You know, it's
All right. So don't move these until we.
Oh no.
Oh, your vintage, recovered, reclaimed wooden table is. Good lord. I don't understand this either, because I didn't over prime it. It was down to 0. Yeah, the 750s don't really do this.
Just so much more room.
I don't know what I honestly, and not even all the 12s do this either.
All right, so let's put them in the order. We're gonna be
This
yours,
is some bull.
bootleg,
This is some bull
imperial.
jack.
So yours. Oh fuck yeah.
I don't have the ability to beep out swear words.
Have you ever just let them go? You've let cuss words go.
I don't know. I'm just rolling right now.
Oh, hey girl.
All right. What a crap show this carbonation is. All right. I think there's enough light to do this. We're gonna give it a shot. Ooh, we got more light. We got sad light. This beer has been brewed on June 9th. It is now August 26th, so 2.5 months. It's been in the bottle since July 15th, so a month and a week or so. It finished at 0. I did the correct amount of priming sugar for the correct amount of volume, and yet some of the 12 ounces got nice and lively carbonated.
Oh, we got a little backlight
here.
here.
We got a.
So that's good.
Ooh, so nice.
You don't can do that.
Look at all that's like a pillowy. You know, if you needed to take a nap, you could just. There you go. Shave. You know, whatever. So this is the citrus strain from Imperial, which is said to offer up orange and lemon aromas alongside some delicious tropical fruit notes. For high ester production, use citrus at the high temp range. And I did ferment this. I think a little bit on the higher end, actually. Whew. I don't think I have it in my notes here, but I think it was like in the mid-70s. I'm pretty sure. Because it is a wild Saccharomyces strain, you will get a bit of funkiness without the uncertainty of a Brett strain. However, I did get a little bit of uncertainty in the carbonation. I don't really know how that happens. You know what?
Yeah, when we opened the 750s at the tasting, they were fine.
And some of these 12 ounces aren't overcarbonated. I actually wonder if my priming sugar did not get evenly mixed. And I think I bottled the 12s first. So maybe I pulled more sugar. I don't know.
So is citrus trois? Is that the story?
Yep.
Okay. Which I wouldn't guess, even from the aroma of this.
White Labs equivalent Saccharomyces bruxellensis trois, WLP 644. Why yeast equivalent? NA. Because that trois thing was a White Labs, and I remember I actually used that a long time ago in a Brett Saison when I actually thought it was Brett. I think this beer, I've had this beer a few times. I didn't expect miracles out of this beer. I just hoped it would be basically a rusticy, farmhousey kind of beer that would be okay.
And that's kind of what I get. Like,
I think that's about what it is.
I don't get like the citrusy part, which is kind of interesting. Maybe that malt bill, maybe that temperature.
Orange and lemon aromas.
I'm getting a little like kind of like dusty, musty.
Kind of like a
Like you said, rustic, but not
peppery,
not funky.
Stone.
You don't get funky, right?
Funky.
The over-carbonation does something to it, though. I can tell you, from having the 750, it drank smoother, a little rounder,
Okay.
and I feel like more stone fruit came out of it. This feels like maybe it fermented down more, so now it's like drier. It's got this ester profile that's a little bit more like, it sounds bad, but it's not, like pencil shaving, woody, barnyard. It's not, I feel like the other one was way more fruity.
So what I have not done is taking a gravity reading of it after it's been in the bottle. So sometimes, even though it seems like it is totally done fermenting at 1.000, it is possible that this thing is below 0 now. And
I mean,
actually, that could be one reason why. How the heck can you read
The
that?
tasters at the official
Good
Bryon
Lord.
Adams Saison experiment tasting noted grape seeds, banana, citrus, grape, earthy, woody. Someone put cheese, funk. Someone put metallic. I don't know if I get that, but I think that's kind of what I'm saying with that pencil shaving. I think it's more of a woody kind of tannic almost thing, even though
I
there's...
find it hard to describe because it's not bad, but it's not great. It's just sort of an okay farmhouse ale. I don't think, if I was just given this beer and asked to describe it, I would wonder if it was not a regular clean Saccharomyces strain. You know what I mean? I would think like, oh, it's either a Saison strain or perhaps some sort of, you know, derivative of a Brett type thing, because it is a little bit goofy that way.
Do you want to do a quick lightning round on 2 of mine, and you can just give me 3 words? Like, there's a Chop and Brew video with 5 other versions of this beer, so check that out. Don will graciously link it below. You'll try to link it?
Well, if
you edit it before Christmas.
Right, if it exists, I'll link it.
All right, so on the left is the bootleg biology mad fermentationist strain.
Right away, now talk about a cheese funk. Like right away, my first smell of that is a little more of a
it's a little more
gym sock
farmhousey. Yep. And it's supposedly like some wild sack, rare Brett, and opportunistic lactobacillus, which I love the term.
I'm not getting
this
any
fermented
lacto
in
at
almost
this point.
80 plus.
Oh wow! Did you get any lacto off that right now?
No, but granted, these are all like quick turns. You know, we did these in like 2 or 3 weeks. These are things that
so it might develop.
Could have
over
sat
time.
in the carboy, but
This is, I think,
this is the
more
driest one. I think.
enjoyable than mine. It's more complex. There's a little more going on. It's a little more interesting of a beer.
Clearer. 3 words. 3 words.
No. 3 words. Complex. Funky. Gym sock. There you go.
All right, the one on the
4
right.
words.
The one on the right is the Imperial Suburban Brett. Brettanomyces really shines when used in wooden barrels, which we didn't do.
That smells kind of nasty.
Ooh, cherry and dried fruit is what they are looking for.
It smells.
Really, I think it smells. Well, yeah. Give me. Let's drink it.
I gotta say, I'm not liking how it's smelling.
Yeah.
Could be my residual Rogan beer in there.
No. But also shame on me.
It smells like
because when we interviewed the guys from Imperial, they gave us some tips on using this, and it's definitely not. You know, we were going by Bryon's rules in this thing. We weren't able to do our own thing.
Ooh, baby. Yeah, I do not like this as much. I think it's dirtier, like dirty sewery.
Okay.
Is that weird?
I mean,
everyone's taste is
different.
different.
I do think that this is supposed to be a thing that sits for a long time.
Sweet tarts.
I get sweet tart.
Are we drinking the same?
I get a little bit of like cotton, linen. But hey, man,
Huh.
to each his own.
I think it's
You'll never get any free imperial yeast for the rest of your life.
It was a good run.
It's a good run.
My
No,
accidental sponsor. No,
And that's
I
what I
don't.
remember from this guy saying. Is
Yeah, I
like,
don't care
This is
for
supposed
this.
to be for like a long aging beer. I think
Okay.
this is supposed to like let all the different starches run their course, and we rushed it. We
Some
were
of
on
those-
a 3-week cycle. Shame on me. We should go back and watch it. But
Some of those flavor profiles that you don't like earlier on, they change.
No, they
Over
change.
time, they get cleaned up. So actually, you have this in a keg though.
yeah, it's rushed.
It may
so
not be able to change.
The next thing
in
we
the
do with
keg.
this, I'll let just go chill. Go chill.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
I don't. Yeah,
that's
I
a
don't.
harsh
I don't.
assessment, my man.
Hey man, people didn't like my beer. That's what happens.
Keep it real.
I mean, yeah.
Do you
Anyway,
want some?
I don't know. This
Come get it.
video.
Off camera this way.
This video is a
Charlie P's coming to get some beer, y'all. All right, well,
train wreck. Anyway,
and that's kind of what you just summed up is kind of the tasting. Like the tasting, out of 9 beers, I would say had 3 awesome, 3 I would finish this sample / maybe drink a pint, and there were 3 that we were all like no. And then Bryon didn't even bring one that he was like nobody wanted this beer, believe me.
huh?
It wasn't worth our points in alcohol and carbs
Yeah.
to drink it.
Yeah.
Although it would have been interesting, but I can't remember. I think it sat maybe on the yeast too long.
So check out the Chop and Brew video. Either I will link it or
Like this
else
one
just
better?
find it. But for this project and
Boom.
my instance of the citrus, this 12 ounce is a little bit overcarbonated. That could be on me. Or maybe the yeast that was in
Try
there
this one.
continued to ferment even
drink
though it
the
was
back.
down to 0. I don't know. I think it's a perfectly cromulent yeast.
We'll
If
go
you
back
wanted
to yours now.
try it,
You've had one good
that's
and one not so
That's
good.
a good point.
I like the flavor. I get something weird off the aroma, but I think the
I
point
get
is
a lot more pepper and spice like now after drinking.
Yeah, I think a lot of
Saison.
these beers could stand a little bit of aging. I mean, we were
Yeah.
on a quick timeline. The rules were to be bottle conditioned. I think 3 or 4 of them were. So, again, that would have done something else. This guy
I follow
2
the
months
rules.
ago was like,
Follow
"I've got
the
my
rules."
schedule. What are y'all doing?" I'm like,
I'm like, y'all been
I'm
brewing?
brewing 3
I
weeks
got
before
this
we drink
bottle.
it.
You're like, oh man, I gotta brew this pretty soon. All right. Anyway,
"Cheers,
cut it
Dono."
out. Thanks for watching. Don O for Dono.
Saison for all the saisons.
Ooh, she getting dark.
Is it getting dark? It's funny.
little dark.